take projection.
Welcome everybody to Taking on Sports. I am TD. That is Greg. Greg, how you doing, man?
Oh, I'm pretty good, man. We just got done watching a hell of a NFC Championship game.
Absolutely, outstanding game. A complete opposite end of the spectrum as the AFC title game earlier in the
Right.
day,
Yeah.
especially in terms of offense. But
Right.
yeah, Seahawks and Sam Darnold outlast the Rams and Matt Stafford. Who knows if that's the last time we see Matt Stafford on an NFL field?
Yeah. Could be.
Absolutely outstanding game. In the end, the Seahawks defense made just enough stops. Rams got down inside the 10, right? And had a
Yeah.
4th and 4. And
Fourth and four.
yeah,
I thought
Seahawks.
personally, I thought it was crazy they didn't kick the field goal with over 4 minutes left there and 3 timeouts.
Yeah, I
I
understood
cut it to
going for
one. And
going for 4th on that 4th and 1 earlier in the drive, because I agreed. Like with
Yeah.
like 7.5 minutes left, whatever it was, I was like, yeah, don't kick field goal here, man. Go for it. But yeah, when they
yeah,
got down there, I was almost like, man, like 4 yards,
'cause,
take the
that's
field goal,
cut it
kick
to
it.
one.
Yeah,
Cut it to one. Even if they score a touchdown, you're not out of the game.
right. Yeah.
I, I would have, because I mean, the other thing too. I mean, at the end there, though they have limited amount of time, you're thinking much different if all you got to
hmm
do is get in field goal position to win it compared to a touchdown. If they're not
Yeah,
one,
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, it
even
changes
though it's
so
probably
much.
unlikely to get there, but you're thinking much differently as far as how
hmm
you're going to do it.
Well, yeah, and an offense like that, and we've seen it in the past. Of
Mhm.
course, the infamous AFC title game where the Bills and Josh Allen scored 13 seconds left, but
Yeah,
Pat
man,
Mahomes
still
and
lost.
takes the Chiefs
Yeah,
down real quick, field goal position,
that's
clock
still,
stop, tie it and go to
yeah, that's
overtime.
still that game still brings back terrible memories for me as far as parlay reasons. Man, I had that weekend. I had one with all the dogs. Like I think I picked Rams to beat. I wa- I
The
think it was
Niners.
was it they beat the Niners. Yeah, I think they beat the Niners.
Yeah,
Well, I forget exactly how the division, but anyway,
yeah,
I had it all lined up. Everything had been perfect to that day,
yeah.
to the weekend, and then we got there, and I was like, man, 13 seconds.
Hmm.
Nope, not crazy. It was like a $2,000 parlay.
Oh man, yeah, I'm sure a lot of gamblers on that thought that when the Bills scored there, they're like, oh man, I got it. Like,
Yeah,
it's done, and
13
then nope.
seconds. But nope. But yeah,
Isn't
but
that crazy?
phenomenal game for the third time between these two. I mean,
hmm
you expected it, but you never know. Just you just never know sometimes. And a rematch for the third time there, but it lived up to the first two games. And really, kudos to Sam Darnold. That man looks so much different in the playoffs this year compared to last year. He struggled so badly with the Vikings last year in that game after having a hell of a regular season, and this year, I mean, it's just so much more natural to him. I mean, and it's so good that he actually got these opportunities because most people after they bomb with the Jets, more on the Jets than them, they never really get that opportunity. So luckily, he was able to find an opportunity to get out and got a little shine with the Vikings last year, and man, he may have found his home for a while in Seattle now.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It just goes to show you, man, that it it makes you want to go back and find and think about guys that were labeled as bust like Darnold was, and then just career over.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just think that, man, if they did what he did, get into the right situation, get the right coaching. He backed up in San Francisco for at least a season or two. Got great coaching, obviously. Shanahan there, quarterback whisperer. Fixes his problems. Then, like you said, goes to the right situation in Minnesota, explodes there, goes to Seattle, and a move a lot of people didn't know about because Geno Smith was coming off, a couple great years.
Mm-hmm.
And they make that trade and sign Darnold, and Now he's in the Super Bowl, man, NFC
Yeah,
champion.
it's awesome.
And it was him. I mean, he absolutely was on fire tonight. Outdueled
Our
Matt
dude
Stafford.
was probably
Yep.
MVP of the league, I would assume.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, absolutely. Hats off to Darnold and the
Yeah.
Seahawks team. Of course, when you got a guy like Jason to throw to, that always helps.
I mean, he has
Um,
yeah. But I mean,
yeah.
honestly, though, I mean, they've come around, man.
Hmm.
Because and then now they got the running game going, and man,
Yeah,
yeah,
Kenneth Walker. Yeah,
yeah,
he was on
Walker is
fire
a
tonight.
stud.
He was running violent tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
last two games he's been running crazy.
Hmm.
Um, and it's one of those games, man. You could watch it go all night. He's just
Hmm.
just answering, boom, boom, boom. Every time it seemed like Seattle was really pulling away, the Rams come back amazing. Another
Hmm.
amazing they kept getting it done until the last drive there. But just, and more or less, I think it was just not enough time. If he had more, 45 seconds, we might have a whole different
I
outcome.
was about to say, yeah, because they were, I mean, they were a foot away, Puka Nakua's knee, if it just stays up for another foot.
Oh,
If he could just keep his footing, he goes out of bounds and they at least have a shot at a Hail Mary. So, yeah, if
oh,
they had 10, 15 more seconds or one timeout or something like that.
man.
Like you say, yeah, this is one of those games that could have gone a bunch of different ways, and that's
Oh,
the way it
absolutely.
went. And tough for the Rams,
Yeah.
great for the Seahawks. The much anticipated, like you said, third game now. So that's this game's four. So that's all three games are decided by a grand total of 7 points combined. Uh,
Amazing.
insane.
And that just adds more to the rivalry of the in the division.
Yeah, yeah, great coaching matchup. Talked about the McVay offense, the Mike McDonald defense. Of course, a lot of Baltimore fans too. What could have been, but there was
Oh,
just no way you could have kept that guy in house.
yeah,
He
no,
was just too hot a
yeah.
name after that 2023 defensive season. But yeah, awesome game. Just awesome game. Congrats to Sam Darnold. Congrats to Clint Kubiak. Great offensive. He was just called a great game, and he's probably going
Mhm.
to get one of these open positions still, I'd imagine.
I would assume so.
Yeah. And the AFC, the complete opposite. A 10-7 Patriots win in a driving snowstorm in Denver. It kind of started out, both teams kind of, scored early, and it was like, oh,
Yeah,
well, maybe it won't matter. But
really.
in the end, the defenses and the elements won out, and
Yeah,
the Patriots going back to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Mike Grable wastes no time. Drake May looks every bit like the next star QB
yeah.
for the Patriots. And now AFC East becomes a lot more interesting.
Heck yeah. I mean, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Now the new and they win the Super Bowl. Boy, that's really gonna get the Bills fans.
Oh man. Oh, I saw someone post something that was like Drake May made the Super Bowl before. Yeah, Josh Allen, Lamar, uh, Dak.
Yeah,
It was like seven guys that you just like, God damn, man! Like
yeah,
seriously. Um,
yeah. It's
I
kind
mean,
of
yeah, yeah.
crazy, but
There's
yeah, that's kind of what. Yeah,
hey, that's the way it goes, man.
you
Yeah, of
get the
course, like
right.
you said, yeah, a lot of Bills fans are sick right now. I know a lot of Ravens fans are sick. No love for the Patriots and that fan
Yeah,
base. Um, yeah, but yeah. So here we go. Seahawks, Patriots, a rematch of I can't remember what number Super Bowl it was, but
craziest ending
I was
ever.
about to say we all know the ending.
Give it to Marshawn, you probably
Yeah,
win the game there.
exactly. The slant route from the two or whatever.
Uh, jumped
Man,
around.
have you ever seen people defend that where they go, "Well, actually, that year, Marshawn wasn't that great from
Okay.
short yardage situations." I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what advanced stats you got, what the analytics say. It is the Super Bowl. Marshawn was running well.
Yeah.
He was in beast mode. You run the damn ball there.
If we can't get
Um,
in with Marshawn, we weren't just it just wasn't meant to be. But
yeah,
it's
right.
not any other way. Hell, I would even have Russell Wilson run the ball at that point. I mean, Russell is athletic as hell in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right.
So
Could run a little draw or
one
something.
one of one of
Hell.
those two is running the ball. We're not passing at all, at all.
Mm-mm.
It's not
No.
happening.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not letting you pass in that situation
No,
if
absolutely
I'm the
not.
coach.
Absolutely not.
Um, but yeah, do you have any? We'll talk more about it next week, obviously. But do you have any early thoughts on the Super Bowl?
I'm leaning Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
I just think they're more consistent offensively. The
Mm-hmm.
Patriots will have spots where they're good, but they have a lot of times where they not consistent on offense. Seattle's been very consistent recently. But that Patriots defense is pretty legit, so we'll see. But right now, I would, and I'm pretty sure Vegas will have the Seahawks as the favorite as well. But I just think that I thought whoever wins this game is winning the Super Bowl to the NFC Championship game. So, um, so
That's been the over. Yeah, it seems like that's a consensus, and I just
yeah.
wonder how much Mike Vrabel loves to see that stuff out there, and
Oh yeah,
so he can use
you
that as
gotta love that.
the infamous rat poison.
I just,
Um,
I still don't like that we have 2 weeks in between the championship games.
right,
Oh,
yeah. There was a time we didn't have that. We just
yeah,
got right to business.
we went straight
Yeah,
to the game. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah. Anything else about either of these two games you want to talk about?
Um, man, I mean, not too much. I mean, the AFC one stole the show. I mean, the AFC one is, I mean, it was. I guess picturesque what you think of an AFC type championship game. Tough. Uh,
Hmm.
I always thought the AFC more as a tough, rugged conference, and they really, showed that today. In the snow, physical, not too much scoring. Comes down to
Hmm.
field goals and battle of the battle with the field. So yeah, but other than that, and I think we got two interesting games in completely in different ways, and should be a I would think an entertaining Super Bowl coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely one that was not on a lot of bingo cards at the
No,
beginning of the season. So,
absolutely not.
but yeah, we'll talk about it more in depth next week. Um, Off the field in the NFL, of course, a big week. Coaches, Ravens named Jesse Minter their new head coach. Of course, defensive coordinator in LA for the Chargers. Worked on the Ravens staff in the late 20 teens.
Mhm.
So, kind of from the Harbaugh coaching tree there. More so Jim than John, but also defensive coordinator at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh when they won their title. So a guy a lot of Ravens fans liked, was a name a lot of them kind of wanted.
Mhm.
Um, I think more, reinstill that defensive identity to the team.
So,
Uh, the Ravens franchise has always been predicated on defense.
mhm.
But now, yeah, very curious to see who he picks as his
That's what I'm
OC. A
saying.
lot of names flying around there, but
And
um,
that's big. That's a big spot to come in as your first head coaching job.
yeah. But obviously familiar with the organization, so he's definitely
Right.
got.
Right.
But yeah, absolutely, yeah,
Right.
big spot. It's like, hey, so Lamar Jackson's just turned 29.
Right.
He'll be 30 by the time the next Super Bowl runs around.
Right.
We want to win him a ring or
Yeah.
at least one.
Right. It's not like where you're going
Yeah.
to. It's not like you're going to Oakland where people expect you to fail. Like people expect, hey, we need to be better.
Hmm.
We need to keep going. We need to be even better than what we have been. So big, big, big. But he's been around. He's been around. Winning stuff there with Jim and at Michigan,
Hmm.
and you know, so it's an interesting hire. I do like you guys went a different route than recycling the same guys over and over again. So that's I always like that. Just
Hmm.
some get a opportunity and see what they do with it. I think it's a good spot. You know, I- for any coach. I mean, you got I think of overall a great front office owner, GM.
Hmm.
A lot of great parts there. So at the same time, though, it is his first thing. He's coming into a situation that's actually pretty good for most first time coaches are going to trash situations a lot of the time. So good, good for him to get a start in a decent spot as well.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's, it was the best job on the market.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just, with one of, if not the most stable franchise in the league.
Right.
So yeah, not a bad place to go. And like I said, obviously a lot of eyes still waiting on who they pick as OC there.
I mean,
Their bitter rival, the Pittsburgh Steelers, went in a much different direction with their choice
yikes.
at. I got that update and I thought it was a misprint or some shit. But
Like,
Mike McCarthy, former Packers and Cowboys coach,
I mean,
picked by the Steelers, and man, it's a weird choice.
yeah, I mean, I thought they would have been much more innovative, much more, I don't know, fresh. It really doesn't fit anything that they've done with past coaches there. I don't see him being a long term thing in Pittsburgh, which they're known for. Some fine regular seasons. The one Super Bowl. Just known as a guy in Dallas anyway. Had some great regular seasons and fizzled out in the playoffs. I mean, so something tells me it's not going to be the longest thing. And if this was a move to keep Rodgers one more year, yikes.
Yeah, right. This reeks of a move spurned on by either wanting to keep him happy or you know demanded by him or whatever have you. But it's just such a weird choice, man.
Yeah,
Uh, and I know a lot of fans online were kind of like, cool. Um,
yeah.
I think a lot of AFC fans are like, all right,
Huh.
like this,
Nothing intimidating. I mean, like I said, he did fine in Dallas in the regular season. I mean, he
hmm
won games. Yeah, we know he's horrible at time. Let's just say clock management is not his strong suit in the least.
not at all.
Um, so we'll see what he does there. But honestly, he's this is gonna be a somewhat a much tougher situation offensively than what he's been accustomed to in his other head coaching jobs. I'd say. So
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens, especially if Aaron still retires. I mean, at that point, that would be the most interesting. If he still retires, what where does Pittsburgh go for the quarter?
hmm
Because obviously, there's been no consistency since in the Roethlisberger.
No, yeah, it's been a rotating cast of average to
Misfits. And,
slightly better than average quarterbacks there.
good God,
Um,
got
and
some
some
horrible
just
names in there.
and some downright bad QB play. But Mike Tomlin through it all, never a losing season still. Of course, they haven't won a playoff game in was it 7, 8 years now.
Yeah,
So that's Mike McCarthy's job, and like you said, not really a reputation late in his career. Obviously got that Super Bowl in Green Bay, but
yeah.
that's now
22 was a long time ago.
going on 15. Yeah, exactly. It's about 15 years ago now. So
Yeah, and what have you done for us lately, society? Man, that's a long time.
yeah. So yeah, very very interesting pick there.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, I don't know if we mentioned it when we recorded on Monday, but the Titans did hire Robert Saleh there, who a bit of career rejuvenation of sorts in as
Mm-hmm.
defense coordinator in San Fran. Of course, it's hard to hold anybody's tenure as
Such
Jets
a
head coach against them.
such a
Yeah,
horrible
it's
organization. Oh, such a terrible organization. Like, yeah, kudos to anybody that ever finds a way to win in New York again, because such a horrible spot.
Mhm.
And really, you gotta, man, you gotta think Ryan. What Ryan did there as coach when the Jets were somewhat decent and great defenses, went to a couple AFC title games. Now you look back at those days, you think that's amazing.
Right, beating the Patriots. I mean, what's his name? Mark Sanchez, the
Yeah,
Sanchez as your quarterback.
yeah.
Yeah, man, Rex Ryan. It's
You
more and
look back
more like
you look back now and you're like, holy smoke, that was actually quite the feat considering where they are right now.
right. You look back more and more and be like, man, how come he didn't get another opportunity somewhere? Could be choice. But man, yeah, it's crazy looking back, and
Yeah.
they still
They haven't been the same since.
no,
Honestly.
they have not. Yeah, they have not. And they've tried, but
But yeah, I mean, I mean it's an okay pick, I guess. I mean, obviously, great defensive coach. We'll see. Another tough situation to go into, and I would say a franchise that really has done some terrible, made some terrible
oh,
choice last 5 years, 5, 10. With their coach, who they fired, getting rid of Derrick Henry. Like man, they've
mm,
done some. Trading um the wide receiver. Why can't I think of his name?
AJ Brown.
Yeah, trading
Yeah.
AJ Brown, believing that Burks was ready to go. Like, good God, they done some horrible, made some terrible decisions. But no,
No, for sure. Yeah. You talked. I mean, our own Corey Hanna, of course, a big Titans fan. And he can tell you firsthand, man, how frustrating that ownership group is there. And like you mentioned, yeah, the getting rid of Mike Vrabel for some damn reason, letting Derrick Henry walk when, of course,
obviously
it's
he wasn't done.
well, yeah, he's not done, and then also not getting anything for him. The Ravens actually tried to trade for him.
Yeah.
I want to say it was the year before they signed him, so the 2023 season.
Mhm.
The year they ended up losing to the Chiefs in an AFC title game, and only ran the ball 6 times with the running backs.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Still
Hmm.
never forgive Todd Monken for that. But anyway, the Ravens actually. This story has come out, been confirmed, but they tried to get Derrick Henry at the deadline that year, and there was a trade in place, and kind of at the last minute, Titans ownership just vetoed it for whatever reason. Just didn't want to trade him to an AFC team, whatever. It's not like they were going to playoffs that year, so.
Yeah.
And then instead, at the end of the season, let him walk in free agency, and so
Oh,
you could have had whatever the Ravens were giving you.
yeah.
Um,
Because that mean the time, man, what was it? 2019 when the Titans went to the division? It was at least a division round, right? Because they had beat the Patriots.
and they went to the AFC title game that year because they beat the Ravens in the division round. That's when they upset
Right, they beat the
Lamar, and
Ravens.
yeah.
Yeah, when Derrick Henry went crazy.
Yeah, just absolutely all over in both those rounds, and then they fell
Yeah,
to I guess the Chiefs, right? Yeah.
Chiefs, yeah.
Uh,
It's just amazing how
um,
quickly things can change there. Because then they fell off
mhm,
hard, and yeah. And now they're, a bad team, but have a, I still think Cam Ward, is going to end up being a good quarterback. Hopefully they
I agree. I
put
agree.
pieces around him. I mean, he's won everywhere he's gone, so hopefully they figure that out. Robert Saleh, second time, yeah, I'm sure he's learned a lot, even with the bad situation with the Jets. You still learn a lot, as your first time as a head
Mhm,
coach. You get an idea of what you like to do, what you don't like to do, how to handle things. So hopefully the second time is much smoother, and he brings Tennessee back to decency. Because
mhm,
seems like a decent enough guy. I mean, I don't know him for anything, but seems like an okay guy. Great defensive mind. So wish him the best, but tough second tough situation again for him.
mhm. Yeah, right. Another franchise on tough times with questionable ownership. So yeah, we'll see there. The open. Let's see where are the open jobs. I had this pulled up a second ago and lost it.
So it's that what
Uh,
Buffalo.
Buffalo, obviously. Cleveland still open.
Nobody wants Cleveland, Jeff. People are just
Yeah,
turning.
right.
People are taking coordinator job, pulling themselves from that to
hmm
take
Uh,
offensive coordinator jobs. So was it Mike McDan the was it Mike McDaniels or Mike?
the former Dolphins coach, now
Yeah,
Chargers offense
yeah.
coordinator. Yeah.
Now I think that's very interesting. Him as offensive coordinator in LA.
That actually, yeah, I think that's a really good
Man,
situation for
I think
him, and
that's
gets Justin
phenomenal.
Herbert quarterback, gets when they're healthy, a good offensive line, good running
Yeah,
game.
when they're healthy, if they're healthy at all with his offensive mind, and that's all he has to focus on is offense. I think that could be nasty.
Yeah. That said, it has said that there's like a contingency that he's still interviewing for other head coaching jobs. So who knows? But yeah, I think I saw that and I was like, damn, that's a really good hire.
I think
Uh,
he's going to end up. We're going to. I think long term we're going to see that he's a great offensive mind, and maybe not. I don't
mhm.
know. I just don't.
Yeah, just maybe not a head coach guy, but
Yeah, who knows?
uh, yeah, especially with the jobs that are open. So it's Arizona, Buffalo, Cleveland, Las Vegas that are still open.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
definitely. If I was
Buffalo's not going to
any of
hire. Yeah,
those, I'm definitely going to say as OC into Chargers.
Buffalo's not going to hire him, so that's fine. Um, the uh, Cardinals, yeah, no, I'd stay away from that one.
Wow.
Browns, yeah, I'd stay all the way away from that
He
one.
already did that. He pulled his name from that one.
Yeah, right. And the Raiders, that's another one. It's like,
Oh,
no, no, thanks.
please.
Like there's a couple of good pieces on that roster. Like maybe if you're on offense, you got Brock Bowers and Ashton Genty, and obviously Max
Yeah,
Crosby on the other end. But man, if I'm the Raiders, I'm trading Max Crosby for a bunch of picks and just
heck yeah.
rebuild. Just rebuild.
You start. My
Yeah.
goodness. It's bad.
But yeah, interested to see. There were a couple other. Let's see. Formed the fired Arizona coach
He went
Gannon.
to
He
he went to the
Packers. That's it.
DC. Yeah,
Packers defensive
Packers.
coordinator. Yeah.
Yeah. And we got
Um,
ourselves a good. I think in Dallas, I think a good defensive court. I think a good option defensive coordinator there. From Philly.
is that who you guys got? Yeah, I didn't see. I was.
He's their. He was like their secondary. He's been a secondary coach for a while. And Cooper DeJean said he really helped him become an NFL cornerback. So I thought that was a a good hire. A young guy. He's been around a little bit, around good defenses. Let's see, because I had a. Let me see if I can find info about. So most recently, the Philadelphia Eagles. He was a passing game coordinator and defensive backs coach.
Okay.
24 and 25. Denver Broncos defensive back coach and 21 through 23. Green Bay quality defensive coach in 19 and 20. He was a Texas A&M defensive analyst in 18. Notre Dame defensive analyst in 17. Um, Defensive back coach originally of Virginia State and then went to Norfolk State before he went to Notre Dame. So it seems like a pretty decent track record. Place he's been of, seem to have pretty good defenses. Now he has his opportunity to. Christian Parker has the opportunity to be a coordinator. Good thing for him. I mean, we hit rock bottom last year, so you would think all I could do is go up from here.
Mm-hmm.
So and I think the way our offense was this year, if we even get 15% better, we're probably in the playoffs at least.
Mm.
So
That's true. I mean, there were a couple plays away. A couple, if that defense just had a couple stops in them this
yeah.
year, that's good few wins that you could add it on.
So I mean, and I like it too. It's a new, his first time as a defensive coordinator. A guy that's come up through the ranks. Somebody that obviously are trying to prove themselves. So I think he'll be hungry, and hopefully we'll have a, a much better defense to help out that offense a little bit because
Hmm.
I mean we put up enough points and yards that we should have won a few more games.
Hmm. Absolutely, yeah. With the numbers that offense puts up, like all you need is a average defense, a
Right.
league average defense,
Yeah.
and that's a lot of wins.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that's where's the one other thing? Oh, one interesting kind of going the other way. Arthur Smith now without a job after Mike Tomlin, stepped down in Pittsburgh. He was their offense coordinator, of course, this week. He is now going to go to Ohio State. Yeah.
I don't
Um,
know. I really don't know how that works for Ohio State because obviously, I think the Steelers' offense has been trashed the last couple of the seasons overall. But new situation, college, with a lot of talent, so maybe it's a bit easier for him.
I mean, yeah, we've seen his offenses be successful in the past in Atlanta.
Yeah,
Um,
that is true.
but yeah, it was an interesting hire I saw, but
Because
we'll see how that works out. I mean, he obviously is going to work with some of the best talent in
right,
college football every year, and then the Big Ten schedule has its ups and downs, so
yes.
it'll be interesting to watch next year.
The other thing too with that though is what's always interesting. They got what's his name to be the defensive coordinator now. That NFL guy to come and be the offensive coordinator. Main thing with these guys that you wonder about is the grinding of recruiting. How do these guys deal with that? It's different. You're constantly out there pushing, and you know, man, what's the name? The offensive coordinator that went to South Florida to be the coach. He's
Oh, Heartline. Yep.
Hartline's been a hell of a recruiter for Ohio State, so oof,
Hmm.
that's big shoes to fill. He's been on staff. I know he only had 1 year as a true offensive coordinator, but man, that's big shoes to fill as far as that recruiting because he's been a beast in recruiting.
Mm.
And so that's an interesting thing when the NFL guys go to college. It's completely different as far as it's not just games. Game
Hmm.
day and coaching, but you're doing a lot of other stuff. You're going meeting people, talking, trying to get these kids interested. In today's world, it's harder than ever.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is at least
At least it
Ohio
is
State
Ohio
is
State.
a great play. Yeah, a great place to go where
Yeah,
it's almost recruits themselves there.
it does.
Um, yeah, but yeah, that's we can move on unless you have anything else to add on
I
the
think that's it's good.
Sunday of football.
No, I think we're good.
Let's move over to Alabama hoops. Tough loss yesterday at home to Tennessee. Fifth straight loss to the Vols. The big return Chuck Bediako, of course. It
Yeah,
looked good, um,
we look good.
but
I mean, it's
very
good things.
disappointing loss. Very disappointing loss. Of course, tough. No Aiden Holloway. No Amari Allen.
That's I think that's the most disappointing thing. You had a whole week to get folks healthy, and then both of those guys are out. Golly,
Yeah.
like do we?
Yeah.
I can't think when we had a full roster. Someone
It's not. Yeah. It's not been a healthy year for
like I
us,
don't know if
and
it's just unlucky or is there something with his conditioning at all or what's going on. But man, it's been crazy the lack of consistency with the lineup. Because man, I swear when we're healthy, that's a hell of a squad. But it's been so up and down. Um, I liked how we looked in the first half. I thought we were real energetic. I thought we did a good job of getting Bediako comfortable in the offense. He got back to doing what he does, catching lobs, dunking.
hmm
Um, would have liked to see him give him some more rebounds
hmm
because we got killed on the boards. And man, At the time we had Bediako and Sherelle in there, and neither one of them were getting boards. I'm like, good God,
Yeah, like guys, like come on.
like that's what we're here to do. Um, I think the other thing too, though, yeah, I mean, it's frustrating to lose a home game at any time. I mean, that's our second straight home loss. On top of
Mm-hmm.
that is Tennessee, five in a row,
Mm-hmm.
and so many that we could have won. Like we had opportunities to win yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but that freshman kicked our ass. Oh,
Yeah, it's just it's a
stop
frustrating
that
thing
thing.
because
Oh,
it always seems we play sloppy against them. It's like Rick Barnes has Nate Oates' number or something,
yeah,
but
something. We
it
played
never
very.
looks like it never looks like blue collar basketball when we play Tennessee,
No,
and it's really annoying.
we always kind of get out of character and kind of seem
Mm-hmm.
rushed and like everybody's trying to play hero ball. Like outside of LeBron foul line, there was no assists. Like no one, we're usually pushing. Um, I will say the MVP of the game was definitely Millette. Millette was a dog. He
Oh
was
yeah,
everywhere, doing everything. Man, we need
I
everybody to
will.
consistently
So,
get like him because he's like that all the time.
um, yeah, interesting note. That great play Houston made where he was running out of bounds, got the timeout.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if you noticed on the replay there, old friend of ours, old Mister Pat Barfield, sitting there courtside. I was actually standing up in the shot.
I missed that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right by the play.
Wow.
Sitting there, and of course another buddy of ours, Jason, was sitting there with him. But yeah, it was funny. Got that.
Hmm.
I didn't see that. I didn't catch that during watching the game, and then someone
No.
in the group text us today sent a
No,
screenshot of it.
I have to check, look back.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty funny.
man, that's
But yeah,
awesome.
just tough loss. Hate we hate losing to them in any sport, of course.
Man, dude.
Um, but we need. We mentioned the injuries. Who knows? Maybe we'll get some a little
Everybody
bit of
right in
fortune.
March.
And I about to say, yeah, everybody get right and healthy for the stretch run in March.
Kind of
That
like the Dodgers did before they're running the playoff.
exactly, and we've seen it in college hoops too before. A team that
Gets hot.
rostered, yeah, wasn't strong, and then gets everybody healthy and gets hot right in time for March.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe that
Yeah.
can be us this year.
It'll be interesting to see if how they rule on Tuesday. If this is just a one game thing or a check.
Yeah, right.
Because I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna. I don't know how. Honestly, I don't know how this is gonna play out. But
Hmm.
it's worth the damn opportunity because I mean we've seen we saw Baylor do it. We've seen other Michigan State or some other teams have done it as well. And obviously it's a weird thing and it's strange and you normally like
Hmm.
how the hell are we even doing this? But hey, if others are doing it and we're just following suit, I have no problem with it. If it's in the rule book, whether it's bad or not, hey, do what you can.
Yeah, I mean, we know the Baylor guy. We played Illinois. They got a guy from that played ball in Euro.
Yeah,
There's a few of these guys out here, and so if look, I don't necessarily like it. I don't want it to happen. You leave college, you should be done, right? And you
yeah,
get your 4, maybe 5 years. You get your one redshirt year.
yeah,
That should be it. I don't want to see these 6, 7 year guys. Miami in football is about to have an 8th year guy. That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
yeah.
But it's also dumb to not want your team to take advantage of it while
It's available.
it's like this. And yeah, it'd be stupid not to. So,
I mean, if they
um,
have the opportunity to, and he's, back and good. He came back and wants to finish his degree along with it. Cool.
hmm
And
yeah,
hopefully either way he gets his degree, but hopefully we can see him somewhere because I think the more he plays with this team,
hmm
it can't hurt. I mean, it cannot hurt. And you would think he's gotten better since he was there the first time. And obviously,
hmm
man, we wish that he had listened to most. I don't know who he talked to, but obviously he had some bad info in his ear because man, one more year at UA and Bediako, I think would have been a completely different player, at least.
Yeah, absolutely. It's and this is one of these things that doesn't get talked about enough when you need to address. But some of these agents, we see it in the football transfer portal now, where these guys are going in because they think they can get big money or something, and then there's nowhere for them, and now they're trying to get back to their uh,
Original spot, and there's nowhere
yeah,
for him.
original spot, and now there's not a spot for them anymore because they left and their spot got filled.
Luckily, luckily for him, we're 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 struggling with big men this year. So I mean,
hmm
we welcome with open arms. So it's good, but it's also unfortunate where we're kind of at because obviously, we had we we expected much more from Noah Williamson, and that just has not turned out anything like what I thought it would. I thought he would at
No,
least be
yeah.
a double double type of guy at least, and man, I don't know what's happened there, but it has not worked at all. So
At the very least, like a 4.6 or 4 points, 10 rebounds, three
yeah,
block, 2 blocks guy or whatever. Like,
makes a
and
difference
yeah,
in the
so
game, and he doesn't hardly even get on the court.
yep, just a miss in the portal there happens sometimes. But yeah,
Really, one of the few misses I'd say. But,
well, yeah, and then you got guys like Bristow who
he can't stay
can't
healthy
stay on the
either.
court. Yeah, can't stay healthy. So
When he's on the court, he's decent.
yeah, he's definitely he's like kind of a blue collar guy like
Yeah,
we love to see.
it's
He's
high
that kind of
energy and
hustle guy,
uh,
higher energy, but
can't stay healthy.
yeah. So like you said,
I
if
mean,
we could,
overall, I like our team other than the lack of size.
hmm
Yeah, it's just we can't stay healthy, and unfortunately, at times, it comes down to when the three's not falling, we struggle. We live and die by it still, and that's just who we are. But obviously, it wasn't falling like we had liked, and I wish we had stuck with our offensive game plan from the first half longer, because
hmm
obviously Tennessee adjusted some, but I thought we got away from it. I mean, we were doing work in the paint in that first half, but we had almost 30 points in the paint in the first half. I was like, man, and we kind of got away from it in the second half. So hopefully they learn from it, and then we have Mizzou on Tuesday, so definitely have to win that one. Jesus.
but so yeah, this week coming up, we got a home date with Mizzou Tuesday, and then big one on Saturday as we go to Gainesville. Um, a
What's the name of
famous house of horrors for Bama basketball.
Yeah, and what's the name of talking trash too?
No, I didn't see that.
Their coach. They asked him about
Mm,
what's the name about Betty Icon. He said, "Hey, we'll beat him in either. It doesn't matter. We'll beat him anyway." Okay.
mm. All right.
Bad
Well,
thing
hope
is
the
though, Ford is a terrible matchup for us.
I was about to say that's he might be right because yeah, that is.
With their size, and they're coming off a bad loss losing to Auburn at home. So yikes.
Yeah,
So
they're
they're
gonna
going
be
to be
mad.
focused this week. They're going to Gainesville, and yeah, we've had our issues. They're the one. Their size just kills us.
hmm
Recently, it's just their size. They're, man, at times it doesn't seem like they have anybody under like 6'9" on the court. Like, yeah, I don't think they're not as good as they were last year, but they're still very good. So it's gonna take a lot to get that win.
For sure, yeah. They take a trip to South Carolina midweek
So
themselves.
they should be okay
Yeah.
there, I would think. And
hmm
we'll see what Saturday looks like, but
But
yeah,
yeah,
they rocked us the last couple of times. Good God.
yeah, just rough last year in that SEC tournament
It's one of
for
those things
sure.
like we're in the game and then you blink and then we're down 18. It's like what what happened?
Yeah, right. It's like who, what, hey, what?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's how it looks. Of course, like you said, we'll get the BDACA thing. I've seen a couple people joke online too that uh, it will, of course, be just like the NCAA, just like the courts, whatever. That as soon as something benefits Alabama, for them to shut it down.
Oh, absolutely.
So people
Yeah,
jokingly be like, "All right, you're welcome, college fans." Like, Alabama benefited, for now we're going to fix the problem. So
yeah, absolutely.
we'll see.
Because I've noticed it's a lot of people that their hatred of Alabama football is just carries over to basketball. It's funny.
I think one other. Yeah, I just blanked out. Yeah, I lost it. Whatever. But yeah, let's see. The ladies, on the other hand, got a
They bounce
win
back.
over State. Yeah, bounce back. Great fourth quarter.
Yeah,
Bounce back from a couple losses they had, and they got a tough week coming up to Georgia on Thursday, and then next
um,
Sunday,
that's sweet.
LSU. Um,
Big week.
yeah, big week for the ladies there. I think right now I was looking at bracketology earlier. I think
I think they were about
before today's win, they were like a 5 seed. Yeah, Alabama's sitting at 7 seed right now. I saw that, and on the men's side, or maybe I got that backwards. Maybe the ladies were 7 and guys were 5, but
but yeah,
we'll
I
see
mean,
that.
they
We'll
got
see. Yeah.
big. They got a big game from Jessica Timmons. So they dropped 28.
Mm-hmm.
Good game. Carly Weathers always plays hard as hell. Um,
Mm-hmm.
good to see Cody was back. She played limited minutes, but hey, that's always
Mm-hmm.
she's back. And the freshman, I thought she Ace Austin. I thought she had some good moments. I think she's coming around. I think by the time she leaves Tuscaloosa, if she stays all doesn't go anywhere, I think she's gonna be a star. But I thought overall good effort. Game of runs there, but we came through in the clutch, and yeah, we'll see what this week brings.
Yeah. Yeah. Tough. Like we said, tough week coming up.
Yeah,
So um, I'm trying to think what else maybe around the country. Anything?
man, and
Texas
all
Tech
the
beat Houston.
yeah,
Mm.
I would say just all the freshmen that have been killing this weekend.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh,
What's his name? Over at
BYU,
BYU. 40-point effort. The other night
yeah,
was like 43. Is that what he dropped?
yeah,
Um,
and he's had some
Debonsta,
crazy things.
Dibonsta,
Yeah,
Dibansta. Yeah. How do you?
he's had some. Man, I would think that's the number one dude. Because that dude in Kansas can't stay healthy. I
No. Yeah.
would. I mean, he's a talented dude, but yeah, I would say the Bounce is definitely looking like your number one pick coming. But there were quite a few freshman performances yesterday that through the roof.
Hmm.
Boozer again had a big day. But man, that and really the Big 12 is a damn kind of like the SEC was last year. Just crazy
Hmm.
amount of good teams in the maybe not as good because that was a special year, but this year I would say them are the Big Ten, but I'm gonna give the Big 12 slight thing there. That from top to bottom, the Big 12 is stacked.
Hmm.
Ball just stacked. I mean, you have Arizona, Texas Tech, BYU, Houston, Kansas. Iowa State. UCF's had a good year. TCU's been up and down, but they've tough. West Virginia's tough, especially on the at home there. I mean, even Colorado's been okay. I mean that top seven, that's a crazy top seven in that conference. Arizona, Texas Tech, BYU, Houston, Kansas, Iowa State. My goodness.
Hmm. Um, yeah, no, Big 12, a great. I think we did say, the last round of realignment that the Big 12 did basketball
That's
benefited maybe more
amazing.
than
Oh,
football.
absolutely. They did. I mean, they get in Arizona, and itself is huge.
Hmm.
And I mean,
Yeah,
they're
right.
doing big things in basketball. And then what? I mean, Nebraska's still undefeated on the court. Um, they play. Michigan on Tuesday, so we'll see if that streak continues.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Where's
At
that one at?
Ann Arbor, so that
In Ann Arbor. Ooh,
now if
yeah.
they win it
Tough.
at Ann Arbor, my goodness, but
Oh, right. Then you
yeah,
got to really take
yeah.
Nebraska seriously.
And 20 and 0, so I mean they're doing it right.
Is it they? What is it? They've never won a
They've
tournament game. Is
never
that it?
won a
Yeah.
tournament game in their history. You would think,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they're not a basketball school, but they've been to the tournament a good amount of times. Have not won it one time in history is wild.
Yeah. Right. You would just think at least one time, just
Yeah,
by pure luck, the other team just having a
Was
cold
it-
day or something.
yeah,
But
not one. It's just
mhm.
crazy to think about.
But yeah, let's see on the women's side. South Carolina up and down
Beat
week,
the hell
upset
out
at
of
Oklahoma the other night, and then yeah,
yeah,
beat the ever loving hell out of Vanderbilt today, ended their unbeaten
undefeated.
season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Thursday night game was crazy because it went to
hmm
overtime and OU just slaughtered them in the overtime period.
They did an OU team coming off of what, three straight losses too,
Yeah,
right? It was just
yeah, they've struggled recently, so that was a big win for
yeah.
them. What
hmm
they needed.
Um, but yeah, let's see elsewhere in the sports world. Alabama football this week. Offensive line coach gone.
Wow, look at
Uh,
that.
yeah, a move. A
Are they
lot of Alabama fans were wanting to see happen. So we'll see.
see what
It's
they
funny. I
go?
see a lot of people online just begging, like just throw a truckload of money at Sam Pittman. It's like, yeah, I'd like it, but I think Sam Pittman's probably enjoying retirement.
I think Sam. Yeah,
If he's retired, yeah.
I would
But
be shocked if Sam comes back to coach. That's why. I mean, you have plenty of money. You're an older guy. Drink your cold beers and enjoy life.
mhm.
Maybe he's a TV
Yeah,
guy somewhere. I don't know. You might have.
yeah. Now,
A,
obviously, if he wants to come, I'm all for Sam
oh yeah,
Pittman. But
absolutely. But I just don't see that. I've seen now, according to different spots. I don't.
the USC guy,
Yeah, is what I've seen.
yeah,
I, he's been around. Seems to have
uh,
had success
he.
different spots for what
mhm.
that's worth. But
Adrian Klim, name. He's a current analyst for USC, but he's been offensive line coach at Oregon for the Patriots. Um,
and he played for the Patriots in the NFL.
NFL, yeah. I'm told his strength, from what I read, is recruiting. He's a great recruiter. So, but we'll see. That's just
Yeah,
the
that's
yeah,
speculation,
just
huh? But
yeah, speculation at this
doesn't
point.
seem like a terrible hire. From what you see, but who knows? But yeah, we definitely whoever it is, we just need just anything close to what we're familiar with in Alabama. Because even
Yeah,
when
right.
we've been bad, even when we've been bad, we, we've had good lines. Like,
At the bare minimum, I think Alabama fans just want to see you pick five guys and go with it. Pick your best five and do
and
not
just
rotate into the end of the
yeah.
season.
And then it's one
Uh,
thing to rotate at times because people are tired, but not because they suck. Or no,
or even if if you're trying to find your best five through the first few games, yeah. But by the end of September, if you don't know your best five, what are you doing?
that's been what two
Uh,
years in a row we've done that.
hmm
At least,
Yeah.
at least 2 years. Because and that's the thing. Because we've had some great individual talent there, but no five consistency, and that's just mind mind blowing. That we at Alabama that we can't find that. So hopefully, whoever we bring in figures that out. Because there's no reason that we should not have a dominant offensive line.
Mm.
The game has changed, I know. NIL transfer portal affects it, but we got to have some guys that are just tough. We got to have guys that are tough. They come in
hmm
with the dogs. They either great, decent power. We got to give our quarterbacks time, and then open some damn holes. My goodness, we I mean, our last when did we have a last 1,000 yard rusher? Was it B Rob? So it's been a couple of years.
Uh,
I think
I see.
Brian Huff.
Was it? Najee definitely. Did anyone after Najee?
I
Did
think
B
B
Rob
Rob
have one?
did. I think B Rob did.
Probably 21. Hell, Jalen Milrow might have had 1,000.
Right.
Uh,
But I mean,
but yeah,
we've had a decent running back room the last couple of years, and the lack of production. Maybe some on the running backs, but I swear it has to start with that offensive line. Like you gotta get people off the line there.
yeah, no, there is. You see people bitching, online about Ryan Grubb or play calling it. So look, there is no way. You see a lot of people about, oh well, he's got to call plays to make up for. There is no way to hide a bad offensive line.
No,
That
it's
is
not.
just football. For as much as it changes through the years, for as much as it's changed,
Bad
will
offensive
always
line
be
is a
one
bad
in the
offensive
trenches.
line. It's a bad offensive line. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
whether you're throw the ball 100 times, whether you run the ball 100 times. If your quarterback
Hmm.
doesn't have time to find his receivers, or you don't have time or not able to open up holes for the running back, you're gonna be shit. It doesn't matter. The amount of
Hmm.
talent you have at the skill spots, it's not gonna work out long term. It's gonna be a long season. We've seen that the last couple of years, and we that's got to get figured out because it
Hmm.
doesn't matter what your offensive scheme is. You can be the most amazing plan ever, but if you don't have an offensive line, who cares? It's not going to work.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where football starts and ends. And
Absolutely.
but yeah, so we'll see.
And then plus, we're going to
Speaking
have
of,
a young quarter, I mean, inexperienced quarterback either way. That's
hmm,
got to beat the offensive line. That's how
yeah,
they build their
exactly.
confidence to have time to figure the game out. In addition to running,
And well, and in that running back room, you got obviously Elijah Kroll coming in, big heralded recruit, five
right?
stars. Looks like Trent Richardson in his highlights.
Absolutely.
And you got guys, scouts, or coaches, SEC coaches saying
But
anonymously,
he's
like he would start today. Like I remember seeing something before the Oklahoma game, before the
yeah,
playoff game,
I
that
saw
if
that.
if they
They
could if
wanted
they
to
could
get
have him in there right now, he'd be able
early.
to play.
Yeah,
So him, AK Deer, Daniel Hill, like the list goes on. That is a great running back room, like you said, young quarterbacks, a solid receiver room. But if the line can't, if it starts with the line, if they can't, we can't improve that, then we're not doing anything next year.
yeah. So
Um,
and, they brought in a lot of people, and hopefully,
hmm.
we find spots, and these people, they get them in the right spots, and we find five to go with, and you know, get some consistency. My goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, let's see what else I got. Honestly, don't really have much else as a way of notes for the world of sports this week.
I saw like Giannis is out for like 4 to 6 weeks. The Bucks are
Ooh, yeah, I
terrible.
did see that. Yeah.
Kind of weird. Does that kind of the perfect time to trade him? And trade deadline's coming. I
I was
don't
about to
know.
say, yeah, I don't know if that's just like a kind of quiet sit down, or saw someone else was listed as hurt too. Jimmy Butler got hurt, of course.
Okay, his ACL
Uh,
out
cr-
for the year. That's tough.
yeah, that's tough for the Warriors, man. That's a big loss for them. Who else did I see that's been in trade talks too that got hurt? I can't remember. But yeah, we're
Anthony
getting
Davis always in
really
the
close to the
trade.
NBA trade deadline now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was just gonna say, of course, a week off, as we mentioned, Super Bowl, no longer, like when we were younger, you had your title games, and the
We
next
have
week is
to.
the Super Bowl.
Yes,
Yeah,
we have
let's
to.
go.
Boom.
But what that does give us is a weekend to focus on the Royal Rumble, which is next Saturday
Yeah.
from Saudi Arabia. So it'll be the afternoon Rumble.
I I'm gonna I don't I'm figure something out because I'm gonna watch the Rumble either live or replay. I'm gonna watch it
Oh
somehow.
yeah, always.
Not
Yeah, gotta watch the Rumble.
because I don't think YouTube and TV and ESPN is gonna magically come through for us. I
I'm
don't
about
see
to say,
that
gonna have to borrow a friend's login or something like
because
that for.
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see it coming through. Unfortunately, did they add Cox though? I swear, like when I go to the thing, I swear I saw Cox on their thing. I was like, wait a minute.
Maybe.
I'm like, hold on. When did Cox sign it?
Yeah, right. Um. So yeah.
Because the
It'd be great if they fix that just
because the
now.
what's
You know.
name is wild because they said by the end of 26. Yeah, by the end of 26, we done
Mhm.
already missed Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and SummerSlam. Like, good God.
You got to be thinking that there's somebody in there from TKO, of course, company that owns WWE and UFC that's getting in there like you guys have to figure this out before WrestleMania at least.
At
Like
least because I mean it's
yeah,
just too
that's
much.
so many people.
A,
Yeah.
a lot of people have YouTube and TV, and there's a lot of wrestling
Hmm.
fans out there. Hell,
Yeah.
they've already priced us out of going to live events. So hell, at least give us access to on the TV.
Yeah. It's crazy, but yeah. So I've been watching some old Royal Rumbles
Yeah,
past couple of weeks. Getting psyched for it. I got last year's on now. Just started that to
I,
play in the background where we record. Do you have any favorites? Do you go rewatch any from time to time, or anything that
you
sticks out to
know,
you, just that you have fond memories of?
back when I was a kid, when I was a kid, with WWF, when it was WWF, of course, I was a big
Mm-hmm.
Bret the Hitman Hart fan. I thought he was super
Mm-hmm.
cool with glasses and shit. Um, and that one with him and Luger, hit the floor at the same
Mm-hmm.
time. That's a fond memory. Honestly, probably the first Royal Rumble I really remember was when Ric Flair went the whole
Mm-hmm.
time, pretty much, and won the Rumble. And was that '92? That was crazy.
92. Yeah, considered one of the best ones of all time. Yeah.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, can't think, but there's but like you said, man, it's a great event just because it sets up the year. I mean, you either have a great year based off how the Royal Rumble goes on the storylines that come from it, or you kind of hurt yourself for the year. So we'll see
Mm-hmm.
what this year brings. I think they have some interesting things that going on though. I mean, you have the whole, you have Jacob Fatu and Cody really beefing right now. I'm be interested to see how that goes. Um, you know what what they do as far as do they let Braun Breaker back through again to win the Rumble? Who knows? Obviously, big name there. Roman's coming back. I
Mm-hmm.
doubt he wins, but gonna be interesting what he does there.
Yeah,
Yep.
what they set up going forward, could be one of those classic guys like that where you just like who's going to get eliminated, and we're going to know whose WrestleMania
Now,
match is by whoever eliminates him. Yeah. Um,
excuse me. Um,
but no, yeah.
now what I would like now it would be interesting if like because of course right now after watching SmackDown, we had a bit. Well, no, excuse me, Saturday night main event.
Mm-hmm.
Cody and Jake Fatu was supposed to have a match, never happened. They just fought, beat the hell out of each other, and then Drew McIntyre came in and beat not lay both of them out at the end there. But you have to wonder, man, are they gonna maybe do something where like both of them put each other out at the last? But so we have a three-way at WrestleMania. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Drew, Cody, and Jacob Fatu for the three. Other than that, I don't want to see Cody win by himself, unless he's gonna go for more of the bad guy role.
Yeah, I about to say, yeah, if we get a turn from him or something, yeah. If
But he
not,
seems to
maybe
be
just.
changing a little bit because he was beating the hell out of security yesterday. He
I about to
was
say he's had small hints throughout this run, even for a few months now, where he's kind of done a couple of like heelish things, but
Yeah,
we'll see.
we'll see if they
Of
actually.
course, on the other side, you got CM Punk as champ.
Mhm.
We'll see, if
We
maybe
got
they get
a
someone to challenge him as a winner.
yeah, so that'd be interesting. Of course, we have Gunther AJ Styles retirement match now.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
interesting to see.
I'm assuming they probably. I'm just assuming Gunther wins and AJ is out. At that point, shit, that's a hell of a retirement thing. You done retired Goldberg, Cena, and then AJ
All
Styles.
right,
Good
yeah,
God.
if they're setting up some kind of like career ender type thing for Gunther, Gunther, however they say it. Yeah, interesting though that if this is, it could just be a contract time, but it is interesting if they would end AJ at the Rumble and not, WrestleMania, like not on the big stage or whatever.
Yeah. Which is kind of, but because ain't this like supposed to have been his last year, so we kind of thought maybe he would get like a kind of a run, or
Yeah.
so. I don't know. I mean, AJ is probably not never been my favorite, but he's a hell of a wrestler. So it'd be weird if
Hmm.
he's just out like that. Like I would, I don't know. I
A little more, yeah, unless he's got something else planned.
Yeah.
But no, it's funny. Actually, one of the ones I rewatched at 2016 where he debuted. It's still funny how bad they botched that camera work.
Oh yeah.
Just you just focused on Roman the whole time,
Hmm.
and then you didn't see it till the crowd had already popped. And it's like, what are we doing with that?
Yeah.
They had an alternate angle they even released afterwards to. Yeah, we messed up. Yeah, we know.
So yeah, to make up for it. Yeah, it's funny stuff.
But yeah, no, it's always fun. Even though I actually haven't been watching too much lately, so. But the Rumble is always a fun time.
Oh, absolutely. And they
Like I
have
said,
a,
always my
they
favorite
kind
event.
of
Yeah.
they have a great weekend for it. I mean, no NFL thing going up
Hmm.
against. I mean, some college basketball, of course, and the midday is
Yeah,
kind
but
of weird for the Rumble, but
yeah.
um,
Isn't that just weird how quickly they put up that stadium for
dude,
the
in like
Rumble?
20 days, what could go
Yeah.
wrong, right?
I was about to say, it's like, ugh, man, that's,
Like
uh,
I was thinking, in that rich country, they don't have a stadium. I would have thought they would have already had a facility. Honestly,
yeah, it's kind of weird that they done just use a pre-existing stadium, but I guess that's just something specifically designed for the Rumble there.
God, 20, it was like 20 days. At first, I was like, "Is this real?" But then I saw it like a lot of places, so I was like, "Wow, this is real."
Hmm.
20 days is crazy. No matter, man, yeah, really crazy. But hopefully it's safe enough. But it's weird that it's over there. But I think it's gonna be a great card.
Hmm.
Should be entertaining, and I really like. I don't know. The women's division has been great too recently.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually what's the women's Rumble is playing right now. Last year's. No, and they've been having some really good rumbles of late too. I feel like,
Yeah,
and a lot of stories to weave together what they got going on. A lot of kind of new stars, and integrating some of these TNA people.
yeah,
It's always interesting to see the Rumble every year what they do with NXT people, with surprise comebacks from people that are hurt, with returning legends.
yeah.
Every now and again you'll get one or two that'll
There's
return for a
no-
fun time.
Yeah,
Of course, some famous ones over the year. A fun one, the '08 Rumble, another one I watched. One of my favorites, even though it was during the height of like kind of Super Cena, but it's the one where he comes back at Madison Square Garden early from that torn pec.
yeah.
Recovered in super time, a shocking number 30. But that is also the one with the famous Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and then Roddy Piper comes
Yeah.
right after him. They have their little showdown, relive history there,
Hell yeah.
and that's when the best rumblers are the ones that weave together, ongoing storylines.
Yeah.
You get some good surprises, and like I said, both with young people and returns, and just a little bit of some comedy spots here and there.
Was it a couple years ago when we had the Godfather came back? That was
Yeah.
just
There's one too. What did I watch? 2023 earlier, maybe that. On the women's side, where Santina Morella came back,
yeah,
with Beth Phoenix in there, and she just
yeah,
kind of like get the hell out of here. He gave himself the Cobra.
yeah,
I think we had that. I think we had a famous one time where it was Santino and the Cobra versus Mick and Mr.
yeah,
Sacco.
yeah.
Uh,
Good
and so you
stuff.
need those. It's fun to have those little breaks, and then your kind of rumble tropes. You have someone with
What about
the fun.
when Rikishi danced with Too Cool and he threw them both out?
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, that's funny.
Oh man, yeah, good spots like that. But yeah, you'll have a couple comedy spots. You'll have that's a classic Rumble trope. You'll have the friends or tag team partners, and one eliminates the other, and then they do
Yeah,
like the shoulder shrug and be like, hey, the announcer's like, it's every man. There are no friends in a Rumble,
right.
which I always thought was funny because I'm like, if you're actually thinking about strategy, if you had a team, you'd stay together the whole time until the end, and then try to fight. But
After you've already eliminated everybody.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I wonder if they'll ever, kind of integrate that one year. But we've seen, runs where factions, that year that CM Punk had, I guess it was the Nexus, is when he was the Nexus leader, and they kind of
mhm,
dominated for a little run
yeah,
before I think like Cena maybe came in and got rid of all of them or somebody. But yeah, looking forward to it, and yeah, like you
um,
said, we just got to figure out as YouTube TV people how to watch it on ESPN.
yeah. I mean, I'll just have to
Maybe,
get someone to log in or something because,
yeah,
but yeah, the Rumbles are too big of an event
must
just to catch
yeah must
after.
watch
Yeah,
every year. Yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, that's it. Everything in my notes. You have anything else? World of sports.
No, I think we covered a lot of ground there. So,
All right, cool. Yeah, so we'll be back next week. Of course, we'll talk Royal Rumble. We'll talk look ahead to the Super Bowl.
yeah,
Some Bama hoops, some college hoops. If anything big trade wise pops off in the NBA,
yeah.
we'll of course talk about that. And my Pelicans getting a win over the Spurs tonight. Kind of shocking. They did
Right?
their usual Pelican thing where they actually played solid ball, hung around, had a lead, blew it in the fourth quarter. They were down five, and then I was just like, yeah, I saw that. I was like, all right, well, that's ball game. And then next thing I know, they were up like nine. They went on a late game run, got the win. So
My Mavericks did the exact opposite last night. So after the Bama game, took over to finish that. And we had been down and then came back, took the big lead, and then Luca cooked us late. Again, now he's 5-0 against us since going to LA. Yikes. But yeah, we were up eight and middle of the fourth, and then lose by six. So yeah, they went on the run there. Luca cooked us as normal, and you know, um, again, it's Cooper Flag and a bunch of guys, and we'll see what this turns into, and what might happen with our own trade situation. Do we move? Does AD move? Eventually, does Kyrie move?
mm-hmm.
Because I'm still not confident we'll ever see Kyrie play as a Maverick again. I just don't know if that'll happen or not.
I would say yeah, it does have this debt trade deadline has the feeling like we're going to see at least one, if not more,
Yeah,
big names move, like big
yeah.
names.
I
So
mean, I wonder about that Giannis one too, only because
mm-hmm.
seems a strange. I mean, if he's hurt, he's hurt. But damn, it's kind of convenient. He got hurt right now, and we're almost
Yeah,
to
right.
the trade deadline.
Yeah,
4 to 6 weeks. Oh, okay.
yeah, one of those
Perfect
very
time to move
convenient
him.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. But yeah. So
Oh wow. Just saw a
uh,
stat.
what's that?
Matt Stafford is the first quarterback ever to lose with 300 passing yard, three TDs, and no interceptions. And
Hmm. Damn,
then
that's crazy.
9-0 going into that with the stat line like that. Yikes.
That's crazy. Um.
So,
Yeah. So
but,
well, that'll do it for us.
uh,
Thanks as always for listening, folks. Subscribe, rate us, like us, do all that stuff. Tell your friends about us. Tell your rich friends about us.
Absolutely.
Check out the AlabamaTake.com. We got a couple new podcasts coming down the pipe for y'all this week. So check them out. I should probably look up the names. Be good there. But as always, you can check Greg out on Bama Hammer. You can follow us on our socials at Taking On Sports.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's see. I'm looking. Let's see. Real bad. I just don't want to mess the names up. I got the general idea of what these podcasts are, but I do not want to mess the names up here. So here we go. Here we go. We got one coming. Is Punk, Love, and Compassion, hosted by Bo Wolf. It says radical voices telling stories of resilience and hope. So look out for that one. I believe we got. I don't know if the trailers. I do believe the trailer is out for that one. February 12th will be the first episode for that. And then we got another one coming called Hidden Creatures. Also Bo Wolf in that one. That was about the extra, the paranormal, I believe. Yeah. It's the world of mythical, cryptid, fae, alien, and the paranormal. So yeah, a little bit of everything.
Oh.
There. That one is coming, I think, later in February. Let's see that one. February 5th, actually. So for that one. So there you go. Keep your eyes out for that one, folks. Like I said, check out the AlabamaTech.com. You'll find all kinds of writings there. Follow us on socials at Take It On Sports. You can follow the Alabama Take on socials as well. Keep it done up real good yourselves out there, folks. Fuck ice. And yeah, Greg, buddy, catch you next week.
Yes, sir.